What's up, everybody? It is Coach Adam here at the Carner Ave Senior Center, North Charleston, and I'm going to be walking you through the detailed foam rolling or self-massage. We're going to be starting with a massage stick, and then we're going to be moving on to a foam roller, where we'll also be standing and using the wall behind us to do that part. A few other additional tools you could have is a tennis ball or a golf ball as well, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. And then we're also going to be using 2 chairs. You could get away with this warm up doing 1 chair, but we're going to be putting our leg up to massage some of the muscles that way as well. So it's always good to get 2 chairs, get your roller, get your massage pin, rolling pin. And then we're also going to make sure that we take our shoes off. And then we're going to start with the rolling pin on the ground. So we can get all set up here. You can pause the video, and then we'll get going into the actual workout. So we're going to start with just the right foot, rolling out that foot. And the more pressure you place on the roller, the more of a massage you're going to get. Now I want to think about turning my foot to the right side, turn my foot to the left, so I can get the inside, I can get the outside. I want to make sure I get all the way up by the toes, and I want to make sure I get that heel as well. You can spend as much time as you want on each of these muscle groups. All you have to do is just pause the video and spend a little bit extra time. Now we're going to move on to the left foot. Moving the foot to the left, moving it to the right. Make sure you get that heel. Make sure you get the pads right underneath your toes. Now before we move on to the legs, I want to show you the other 2 tools we could use for our feet. And one of them is a tennis ball, which we can use to really get the bottom of our feet here. And if you really struggle with what they call plantar fasciitis, or just your feet hurt from standing on them, then I would really recommend using some type of tennis ball, or you could use a golf ball, which is a little bit harder on the feet. Whoops, lost that. That's one of the struggles with using a golf ball or tennis ball, is that it can roll away from you, and then you would have to go and pick it up. But if you find that the rolling pin isn't as effective as you would like to be, or like to see, or there's not as much feeling or as much of a massage with the rolling pin, then we can use a tennis ball or a golf ball. From here, we're going to move up to the back side of the leg. So we're going to get the calf. And so start right up underneath the knee, and then we're going to try to go all the way down to the back side of your ankle. And I want to make sure that I'm also getting the outside. I want to get the back of the leg, and then we want to get the other side of the leg as well. And we're still just working on that area from the knee all the way down to the ankle. And then we can also get the front, get that chin a little bit here as well. And we're just going to continue to massage that leg from the knee all the way down to the ankle. Now, if you want to put your foot up on that other chair, you can, and this might relieve just make it a little bit easier to get to some of those spots, especially if you have a sore back. Bending over, leaning over might cause an issue. So what you can do is put your leg up and massage out that leg. All right, let's get the left lower leg now, from the ankle all the way up to the knee. Remember, we can pause this video at any time and spend a little bit of extra time on each side of the leg, the lower leg here. If you're finding a spot that is a little bit tender or tight, just spend a little bit extra time on that specific part. We also want to make sure we get the shin here as well, so more of the front side of the leg. Then we can put that foot up and get a little bit extra here. Making sure to get the inside of the leg, the outside of the leg, all the way from the knee, all the way to the ankle. And from here, we're going to move up to the knee, all the way up to the hip. We'll start with just getting the top part of the leg, which is the quad, and those hip flexor muscles. And then if we turn our foot a little bit, or our knee out, you can get the inside of the legs right here, which is the adductor muscles, or those groin muscles. And then we're also going to get the outside of the leg here, which is your IT band. And all we're doing here with the rolling pin is giving ourselves a nice massage and trying to make the muscles healthier over time. So we're pushing all the fluid out, we're working on the scar tissue, and just making the actual muscles and the tissues around them healthier. And now we can get the back side of the leg, or the hamstrings. Kind of the same concept here. We're trying to get the outside aspect, we're trying to get straight underneath, and then we're getting more of that out, the inside part here as well. And I forgot to mention this, but I would scoot forward in your chair as far as you can so you can actually reach underneath your hamstrings here, or underneath the leg. And then we can put the leg up on the chair, and we can continue to get the leg here. So we'll get the top side, and we get the bottoms as well, the hamstrings. Just really focusing on those problematic areas. So if there's a spot that's a little bit more of an issue than the others, focus more on that part. From here, we're going to go to the left leg. Start with the feet on the ground. Let's get in the quad muscle. Get the inside of the leg. Get those adductors as well. Then we're going to get the IT band here on the outside. Then I'm kind of just moving my leg out, and then I'm going to kind of move my knee in here so I can get the outside of the leg as well. And let's move to the hamstrings, the back side of the legs. And making sure that I'm getting the inside, the bottom part here, and then the outside as well. Then let's put that leg up on a chair, and we will continue to roll out the quad here. And then we'll get the back side of the legs or the hamstrings. Then we can put both feet back down on the ground, and that'll be the lower aspect for self-massage with the rolling pin. And remember, for the feet, I'd love to see you use a tennis ball. You can use a golf ball, a lacrosse ball, just some type of more, we'll say, denser object than the rolling pin that might add a little bit more relief if you're not getting enough relief from the rolling pin. Okay, from here, we're gonna move to the back. We're gonna put the roller behind our back here, 2 hands, and we're just going to be focusing on the left side of the body. So we're going from all the way down the butt here, okay, our glutes, and we're gonna roll all the way up to the middle of your back, almost up to your shoulder blades. And once again, if you feel like your butt's a little bit tighter, spend a little bit more time on that. Or if your low back here is a little bit tight, then you can spend a little bit more time on that. And then we can put that leg up here as well. You can try to get a little bit deeper into the butt. And then we'll switch sides. All the way down to the butt, all the way up to that shoulder blade, or as high as we can get it. Now let's put that foot up a little bit, and we see we can get a little bit lower onto the butt. And then we want to also make sure that we're trying to get right beneath those shoulder blades, kind of like right here in the side. We can put both feet back down, and then let's just go back and forth from the left side. Then we can go back to the right side here. You can spend a little bit more time lower on the glutes, or you can spend a little bit more time higher up where those hip flexor muscles are, that psoas muscle. And from here, we're gonna finish up with the neck. So all I do is put 2 hands on the rolling pin. Then I'm trying to literally get right underneath my skull, right behind my ear. And then I'm gonna try to go all the way down to my shoulders. And we can get the other side here. But remember, if your right side is a little bit tighter than your left side, then you can always spend more time on that specific part. Just pause the video. Then you can move on to the next part. Alrighty, we are going to be moving on to using the big foam roller. So if you need to spend more time on any of this part we did seated, pause the video now and you can do that. But if we're done with that, find a spot on a wall could be a door as well. But we're gonna put the roller on the wall. We're gonna put our shoulder on the roller and we're gonna lean into it. And we're gonna be rolling out our shoulders. All right, so right here. Then we can also get to the back side, get a little bit more of those rotator cuff muscles. And then we can move into the wall. Then we can get the front side of our shoulders as well. We just want to make sure that we're moving around a little bit, making sure we're getting all the different aspects of the arm here. Then we'll flip around. And we'll get the other side. Remember, we could also move, I had the roller up here, and we could also move it a little bit lower. You know, if your forearm's a little bit tighter or maybe your biceps tight, all we do is move that roller a little bit lower and we can work a little bit more on that bicep or that tricep as well. You just have to change the angle that we're rolling at. So make sure you experiment with the roller right on top of the shoulders there, and then a little bit lower as well. Then we're gonna finish with the roller behind our back here. Go up and down, so bend the knees just a little bit. The other thing we could also do is go side to side here. So moving to the left, moving to the right. Or we could go up and down. We could put the roller a little bit higher. We could put the roller a little bit lower. Just depends on how you're feeling today, what parts of your body are a little bit tighter. Just remember, you can always spend more time. Just pause the video. So that was the conclusion of the foam roller and the self-massage routine. I do have a little bonus for you. If you really suffer with sore feet or that plantar fasciitis, what we can do as well is massage the feet standing up here. So if you find that when you do this on the ground, you're not getting that much out of it, then what you can do is stand up, and it'll add more pressure to the feet, which will give you more of a massage. So you could do this with the tennis ball, you could do it with the golf ball, you could do it with the roller here as well.